Joining me today is Bruce Precious, the National Manager of Sustainability and Property Services with GPT Group. Bruce, thanks so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Now, in your experience, what differences do you see in terms of real estate sustainability in Australia compared to real estate companies here in the US?
To be honest, I don't know a lot about the US market right now. But what's immediately obvious, even before arriving here, is that the Australian market is something like a very condensed American market. So number one, the Australian population, 24 million people, a lot smaller market. But the percentage of property owned by REITs is probably much higher in Australia, which gives us some extra market force, if you like. And the third part is that most of the REITs are headquartered in the one city, in Sydney. So they're all sort of precursors that allow this cluster of sustainability excellence, as measured by GRESB and other global benchmarks, to exist.
Now, a focal point of your remarks here at the Working Forum centered on the importance of collaborating among a variety of groups to develop better outcomes overall. Could you elaborate on why that's so important?
Well, collaboration in our experience, in the Australian experience, has been important because what we're trying to do is transform markets, or transform the property market in particular. This goal of achieving sustainable buildings in sustainable cities needs so many different stakeholders and market participants to act correctly, that the only way that we can influence those markets is when the industry joins together, works together on an outcome. So we find that individual businesses are rarely, if ever, really able to transform the market, but by working together with our competitors, sometimes competitors, working together with city councils, state governments, other industry bodies, has given us the momentum, the impetus, the cooperation that allows market transformation to occur.
Now, that makes perfect sense, but how is that collaboration facilitated or enforced, especially among competitors?
I think it's the fact that we just have this cluster of people in the one geographic space, coincidental, a nice happy coincidence, that they're able to meet frequently, they're able to arrive at common goals, number one. They're able to work in a neutral place. So working together through either the Property Council of Australia, our version of NAREIT, or working together with a local council or some other facilitator, gives us that neutral place where we can work on that common goal, collaborate, and then go back to our own businesses and compete again all over. But it truly, the collaboration piece has been so important in our market that we've seen it change significantly, and we've seen the evidence really comes out in those global benchmarks. So collaboration has just been absolutely key.
And lastly, what do you see as the next big challenge for property companies in Australia as it relates to sustainability?
We're working on a couple at the moment that are in early stages. One program that is significantly underway now is transforming the waste market. It's been problematic for a long period of time. The information and data that we collect around waste or materials that have gone into a waste stream has been really poor. So we're spending a lot of time together with our peers to work in that sector. And equally, this challenge now of not just incremental energy improvements, carbon reductions, but recognising now and realising that we have all of the tools to get to carbon neutral operational buildings. How do we create a market that rewards people for delivering carbon neutral operational buildings? And we're just in the very, very early stages of that right now. It'll be an experiment to see whether we can create that market. We should be able to, but that's the next big step, I think, for us.
Great. Bruce, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
For more on real estate and sustainability, be sure to visit REIT.com.